Hello, everybody, and welcome to our stream. We will start in a couple of minutes. Let's just give a minute or two for everyone to join the room, join the stream, and be with us. And then I will not take much of your time, and we will start immediately. All right, let's start. Hello, and welcome to our Chat and Draw stream on this lovely Sunday. We are once again here with the creative minds behind Sunday Sketching Collective, Olga, Jenny, Simone, and Irina. I will keep the introduction short. Today's topic is music, and as the team is drawing their pick of the many suggestions that you have shared with us, we will talk about music, our music taste, and of course, our guilty pleasures. We might even hop on the nostalgia train. You have been warned. So without further ado, let's start the session with introductions from our artists. And shall we start with you, Olga?
Okay. Hi, I'm Olga, also known as Azurox or Azurel on the interwebs. And I'm currently working as a storyboard artist for animated movies, and I work on my own animated comic. Nice to see you.
Great. And Jenny?
Hi, I'm Jenny. On social media, you can find me as Contraxia. I'm an illustrator and artist from Hamburg and a mom of 2 kids. And yeah, that's about it.
Great. Simone?
Yes, I'm Simone, also known as Schmö Draws on Instagram. And yeah, I just do. I just love exploring right now and do lots of my explorations on Patreon and share all my findings. I do lots of tutorials, and I also work in the industry a lot, in the game industry. So yes, I'm just an all-rounder doing lots of stuff. Oh God, this is the worst introduction ever. Sorry.
Yeah, so my name is Irina. I'm also from Hamburg, as all of us. And I'm a freelance illustrator for about 8 years now. I'm also known as Irina Illustrates on Instagram and social media. And yeah, I do all kinds of illustrations like video games, books, stuff like that.
See, that's what I wanted to sound like.
Yeah, that's also the introduction for Schmö.
Okay, so let's address the elephant in the room. We had to postpone this session multiple times due to various technical and health reasons. Everybody is well, everybody is okay. In the meantime, we have collected tons and tons of song requests from all of you via social media. And what is your pick for today to draw?
We will just right now show everybody that we are really old people. That's true. Who wants to announce it?
Well, the song wasn't our youth song, was it? I mean, we're not that old.
In our heart, we are. Yeah, in heart we are.
We chose Dancing Queen by ABBA, and this is just a song we really thought it would be fun to draw. But I think it was Olga or Irina who came up with us at 17 being dancing.
Yeah, it was Olga, because we want to draw us at 17 when we were 17 years old with all the bad styling choices and clothing and just draw us dancing to ABBA.
I'm sure we were all fabulous.
We were. Yeah, back then we were. We were not 17 when this song came out.
No.
Yeah,
When was it actually? When did it come out?
But it's a perfect song. I can't think of a better song for May
It's
13th.
released in 1976. Oh wow, I was not
see?
even planned back then.
Yeah, me neither.
Yeah,
But when I was a little kid, there was a lot of ABBA in our household. So my
about
parents listened to a lot of ABBA.
about 10 years later, we were on the way.
Yeah.
So our parents probably listened to this when they met each other or something like this.
Yeah, maybe. Yeah.
I remember seeing lots of ABBA on TV, like the best of records and everything, and it was like sort of in loops, just going round and round, like for an hour or so, where they were just sort of playing the same snippets of ABBA on yes. I can't talk today. In a loop, and it was only advertising for their album, but it was like an hour long, and I just sort of stuck to it because I kind of liked the songs and for lack of anything better to watch. So awful in that way, in that sense. So I was like, I don't know. But that's what my first association with ABBA, and I must have been 7 or so.
Yeah, but the songs are evergreens. You can always listen to them on parties.
Totally.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
My mobile studio is doing weird stuff. It's pretending I drew something which I didn't draw. That's super weird. I think I have to go out, and because it just doesn't want to delete what I drew.
Oh, okay.
So,
Yeah.
I'll be back in a minute.
Try it. Yes.
And it's still there. Now it's gone.
So it's working right now?
Yeah, I think so.
Okay, good.
I deleted it, so.
So is this song, is it in any one of your playlists already? Like all these playlists, dancing playlist?
Yeah, dancing playlist. Oh.
Yeah, I have a morning routine dancing playlist where I sort of do before I start my day. I have so like not a dance workout. I miss dancing, and I sort of have it so that I try to get some movement in. So yes, and that it's part of that.
I think I haven't listened to it in a while, but I had last week I was completely swept up by the Eurovision hype, and I heard a lot of ABBA while rewatching all the Eurovision winners of the past 60 years or however long Eurovision exists. But it was not Dancing Queen; it was Waterloo. So, yeah. By the way, my 70-year-old me would never publicly say that that she was listening to ABBA at any time of her life. It would have been completely embarrassing, because I think at that age I was listening only to rock music and J-rock music, and I felt like it was shameful to listen to anything else. I'm glad that I am allowing myself to enjoy more different musical styles right now.
Yeah.
I still love rock music, but it's just, I felt like I cannot enjoy anything else because it was not true enough.
Oh, I remember wearing these baggy pants and then always looking for pretty underpants, which could peek out at the top, sort of having like a nice trim to it at the like lace. And yes, I thought that was really awesome.
But speaking of your 17-year-old selves, what was your 17-year-old playlist consisted of? What was your most listened to songs for your 17-year-old selves?
I don't know if it was when I was 17, but when I was a teenager, I often listened to like those emo bands like My Chemical Romance and stuff like that. So it was more those playlists.
think they
Not-
were later. I think like
Yeah, it was a little bit later. That's true, but not
yeah, because
that
I listened
much.
to them
I think.
afterwards too, but that was more when I was like 90, 20. That was my emo phase, and before that was my really hardcore J-rock phase. So I think at this time probably my playlist was full of Dion Gray.
I had a medieval phase back then, and I think I used to listen to actually very folkish stuff mostly. So, and I was into sewing my own medieval dresses, and but it's all blurry. So I mean, it might have been. I mean, I was also listening to lots of pop back then, but I'm not quite sure what was my go-to song. I mean, like, oh, Mariah Carey as well.
It's a medieval
Yes.
star.
Yeah.
She's a medieval.
I was very,
The
I had a
medieval
very
queen.
calming and
With a pipe bag.
no, but so
Flute in the back.
Yeah, that's true. I think I was a little bit younger, but I also listened a lot to like Christina Aguilera,
Oh yes.
stuff like that. And my first concert I ever went to, it was really when I was 12 or something, was Britney. And I'm still
Wow.
super happy that I ever saw her live.
Wow, I'm
Good
jealous.
choice. Good choice.
Yeah, I think so
You
too.
started on a high note. You started on
Yeah.
a really high standard.
That's true. We
Oh,
even had
boy.
we even had to take a mom from one of us with us because we were too young to go to the concert alone.
And Jenny,
My
how about
first
you?
concert. Oh.
I listen to punk rock mainly, I think, and also like weird German folks metal mix up bands like Subway to Sally, something like that, In Extremo and stuff like that. And like on the other part, stuff like Terrorgruppe and Wieso and these
Oh
things.
yeah,
So yeah.
I think
My
around that
boyfriend
age,
listened to those.
I had a really, I had a very short boyfriend, but I was like really into him, and he listened to all the cool punk bands, and he was like, I don't know, an Antifa member and something like that. So I tried really hard to impress him and listen to like the weirdest punk bands at this time. But yeah, I remember Wieso from the time.
Yeah, Wieso was this. But they were funny texts. I mean, some music you listen to for the lyrics and some for the dancing and stuff. And I think actually back then, were you real dancers at 17? Because I don't think that I was that.
I wasn't even allowed to go to clubs or something at 17, so no.
Yeah, because I think it started later for me, really.
Yeah.
Probably I would have been too ashamed to dance back then because I was
Yeah.
very insecure. But I think like at weird rock concerts I did that.
Yeah, I was like a Moshpit person when I was like till I was 20 or something, and then it got too rough for me.
Yeah, same.
Like the older I got, the further away from the stage I'm actually getting. Like now when I'm going to concert, it's like, oh yeah, let's better get a seat because then I can stand. But when I'm tired, I sit down. It's like I was like the last Ärzte concert I was on. I was not downstairs. I was like, I kind of feel bad for this, but I also kind of am happy that I can just sit if I want to.
Irina, can we push you over to the one side a bit, or like make
Irina and Jenny have to move to the right a little bit.
Yeah, thanks.
We can also scale it a little bit down, maybe.
Yeah, maybe a bit.
I like being close to Irina.
Nice.
I think we're all very cute right now already. I really like this.
Yeah.
Oh, and star earrings, Irina. Did you have star earrings like that?
Yes, I had. They were plastic and big. Well, a little bit bigger, but like white star earrings. I love them. I wore them to everything.
I remember having red star earrings, but like with the cutouts in the middle as well. But
I had pink ones because everything I was wearing was black and pink back then. And I think I still have them because I'm really terrible at throwing stuff away. And especially
I also have them.
With old jewelry, I also always think, there might be a motto party coming.
That's exactly what I'm thinking. Like also with old clothing and stuff like that. I have a whole stuff, whole drawer of stuff I might wear to a motto party someday.
Yeah.
But then the motto is every time something, I can't wear anything of this.
I don't know, but with jewelry it's weird as well. I don't know why I got like little wooden parrots. I don't even know where I got them, and I can't bring myself to throw them out. And they're kind of cute, but I don't see myself wearing them ever.
Are they like neon pink with yellow and green?
Yes.
Because I have them too, and I never wore them.
I remember them.
15 years or something.
I think they were something you had back then. I didn't have them, but I have them in mind. But was this an age where I might have been wearing like flared jeans, or was this already over? I think because I was a big fan of flared jeans. Maybe I'm just wearing some in this picture.
Yeah, I had that when I was younger, I think. Like when I was like 15 or something.
Yeah,
like the buffalo face. Like that was the same time, because I remember them going over the very high-heeled shoes, like the plateau shoes.
Yeah. And they were always too long.
Yeah, needed to be. Like every time it rained, it would soak.
It was
so
so bad.
knees.
I don't know.
Yeah, they look so disgusting on the
Oh yes. Oh, I remember those jeans. I really liked flared jeans as well for a very long time, and I was really unhappy when they went out of style.
I'm actually glad they went out of style. I don't want them to be back. I'm just comfortable with my mom jeans, just very high. And
yeah, I wouldn't wear them anymore either, but I think I sort of liked the shape they made for me. But then there was also the low-rise jeans. I really liked them, and now I don't know how to go. I never want to go back.
I don't know why low-rise jeans would ever be a trend. It was so bad. I mean, you couldn't sit down properly. Why?
But Beyonce looked really good in them.
Yeah, Christina Aguilera too.
She probably looks good in everything.
Yeah, that's true.
And it was like teachers used to tell us, you'll get a cold of your
kidneys? No, kidneys.
Kidney, yes, that's it. Right? I don't know, maybe it was the kidneys, but he was like, oh, just cover yourself up.
Yeah.
You'll get a cold. I'm like, I like it this way. It's like the chubby fat sticking over the jeans.
But what's a style that you would like to see coming back?
I'm all for the emo style. Please come back. My Chemical Romance time.
I really don't care because I mean it's kind of over, and and I feel like everything's coming back anyway. So you just have to wait for something which you kind of liked. But and I think I'm more about what actually suits me nowadays than following the phase. I just know what I like now and what kind of fits me, what fits look good, and you don't have to. Yeah, but we don't have this tyranny anymore.
Yeah, I also like that I don't have to follow any trends right now, but on the other hand, I would just enjoy seeing all the striped coontail hair again and everything.
And I was wearing glasses back then. I was always wearing glasses all my life. I was born with glasses.
I was wearing my cat ear hat that my mom actually knitted for me all the time.
I don't think when I was 17 I would have worn anything that my mom wouldn't have knitted for me.
Well, you couldn't get a cat ear hat anywhere at that time.
Yeah,
right now
true.
you go to eBay and get one, so I had to request one from my mom.
Oh, there is a really nice comment from our viewers. But didn't the emo phase came back? The whole e-girl, e-boy scene is it similar to our own emo style?
Yeah, they they are right. Commenter, you are right. I think they have some, like, especially the hairstyles and the makeup styles, they have a little bit of that. So yeah, maybe it is back. So we can have something else then.
But speaking of guilty pleasures, what's your current guilty pleasure? What's the song that you like to scream, sing in the shower or when no one is around?
For a time, it was like anything from Hamilton, like randomly, whatever came to mind.
But is that guilty?
Yeah, it's also like the question is if it's like.
Well, ask my neighbors.
Currently, I'm obsessed with Ukraine's Eurovision song. So I listen to it at least once every day. So that's. But I don't feel guilty for that. I'm proud.
Yeah, it's hard
proud
to feel.
pleasure.
Yeah, it's just a pleasure, I guess. As long as
I feel more guilty by the amount of K-pop I'm listening to because it's so catchy, but I also can't sing along because I don't speak Korean, obviously.
That's true. That's hard. My boyfriend also introduced me to K-pop recently, and I love listening to it, but I also don't understand the word. And I'm like, whatever.
Oh gosh, how was that for you? Like when you were old enough to actually understand and speak English, when you were listening to the songs that you heard when you were like 12 or 13?
I don't know. I don't remember.
Oh, I had that for the longest time that I was sitting in the car and there would be songs from that era on the radio and I would sing along and then realize that I'm just like singing gibberish because I actually don't know what the song was about.
I think that what comes to mind is like it at in I think school at the beginning, like 4th grade, it was David Hasselhoff. I've been looking for freedom, which everybody sang. I've been looking for freedom. Nobody. I kind of knew what the lyrics were because I was English. My dad spoke English, but I still sang it as the rest did. So
just to fit in.
Yes. And I'm not sure if I actually realized it either. So I don't know.
But it still happens to me nowadays that I sometimes know I'm singing along to lyrics, but I never really listen to the song.
Yeah.
So sometimes I know the lyrics by heart already, but don't know what they're talking about, like in depth.
Yes, that happens all the time.
Yeah, and you can have the same feeling when you're listening to K-pop, so maybe give it a try.
Yeah. And also it sounds a lot like 2000-ish pop songs. So I like it probably.
I've got a guilty pleasure, which I feel weird about because it's Robin Thicke. This is a song where he's really talking about everybody wanting him and knowing to want it, and it feels so inappropriate.
The kind of the ones where he got a lot of flack from the feminists for. I also but
I really like the beat, and I really like
it's really catchy, but the lyrics
blurred
are problematic.
lines.
Yes, exactly, and I always feel bad when that because it's in my morning playlist, and I'm like, oh God, how can I be dancing to this?
Now that I have drawn my eyebrows kind of thick, I remember that back then I didn't have thick eyebrows. Nobody had.
No, we had lines for eyebrows.
Yeah.
One girl in school, she actually just shaved them and drew a
God.
line. I think she still does that, actually. I saw her on Facebook the other day. I was like, wow, consistency, okay.
It took me years to grow back some hair on.
Also, do you remember blue eyeshadow?
Oh God, yeah.
That was a thing.
That was.
Luckily, I only owned the palettes, but never could make them work. And my mom always said, sort of, was annoyed by it because she's Polish, and Polish people did that even more than other people, I feel. And she was like, "No, you just can't do that. You just can't do that." And I was like, "Okay." So I was kind of spared the blue eyeshadow because of her. I mean, people who do blue eyeshadow today probably rock it because they're like really cool.
It's totally different now. Yeah. They are using so many shades and blending and stuff like that, and we were just one color, one blue eyeshadow.
What is blend?
The finger, and then you put it on the eyelid, and that's it.
Or maybe just use the little weird.
Oh yeah, the little weird
which
thing.
comes with, and you're like dabbing it on your eyes anyhow.
The one with the little sponge on top.
I think really smoky eyes were sort of a game changer where you sort of understood, okay, this is kind of how it needs to look.
But were you able to do them well? Because
No. Well, I think I might have gotten at some point that I understood it a bit, but then I sort of couldn't be bothered anymore, so then I stopped.
I think at some point I went just straight to black liquid eyeliner, and that was it.
Yeah, no, that was a good bit. That was a good day.
Yeah, I also gave up. I think for me it was also just like eyeshadow, eyeliner, and mascara. That's it. At some time I just gave up.
I still got lots of eyeshadow in some drawer. Maybe sometime.
I think that's the thing I threw away actually. Ha! See, the one thing I threw away, old makeup. At some point, it just was like, yeah, this is never gonna be used. Never.
I still have so much from the days when I was doing makeup tutorials on YouTube. That was a time. It happened. So
I remember that. I saw your videos before I met you for the first time.
It's funny.
Yeah.
How they are all still on YouTube. I never deleted them, but they look so amateurish compared to today's YouTube makeup gurus who all look so professional. So if you will try to find them and want to laugh at something, go ahead and have fun.
I mean, it's great that they're still online because it's a time capsule, and I really like having stuff like that online.
So after the stream, we all know what we are going to watch.
Yeah.
Well, then you'll probably find me and my friend back then. We always had a topic, and we did a battle on that topic, and people voted who made it better. Painted it better. It was really fun. I also was wearing a lot of bracelets. Like, I think I was like, probably the sound of me entering a room was like everything like shaking.
Jingle.
A little bit like Santa Claus or something.
Yeah, I wouldn't have been able to sneak into a room either. Like, I think at some time I had bells on my shoes, actually.
Yeah, me too. On my backpack. Like, I had this. Oh yeah, I have to draw him actually somehow into this picture. I had this backpack which was like a stuffed teddy bear with straps, and I styled him. I gave him a pink mohawk and spiky jewelry and everything. So he was like a punk bear backpack. I will sneak them somewhere behind Simone's arm. There's still enough space for him.
Yeah, that's this. Go ahead.
So yes, but he also had bells, so it was probably great to be around him.
At least you never got lost.
Yeah, also
everyone always knew where you were.
Popular kid in school, so I was. So I decided that I don't want to be friends with anyone because they are mean to me anyway. So I tried to scare them. So at one point, I had on my backpack like a Barbie doll who was wrapped up in bloody gauze or something like that, and
a true emo.
Yeah,
teenager.
That's dark.
That was my spirit back then. Look how nice and friendly I am now.
I actually never had buffaloes. just a weird jumping in thoughts. So that was like sort of a big thing back then. But they're back, aren't they? They're here at the moment, or they were like a year ago.
What?
Buffaloes.
Oh yeah, I bought some. Wow. I decided to make my teenage self happy because I never had owned one. Some when I was like at that age when they were cool, and I decided. My parents always said they are too expensive, so now I'm like, I earn my own money. I will buy me some buffaloes now.
I did that with the Adidas Superstars not that long ago.
Wait, I will show them to you. Behold.
Wow.
Okay.
Very impressive.
And I didn't get to wear them yet because I bought them when the pandemic started. So
at home, doing breakfast, maybe you can wear them.
Yeah, I wore them a little bit at home. They are surprisingly comfy.
The whole clothes shopping during the pandemic was super weird. I've been so overdressed for so many breakfasts, cereal breakfasts, or like very shitty lunches.
All comfy clothes were hard to come by. Like I was trying to get jogging kind of pants, and it was just impossible to get any that were pretty because everybody wanted to be really comfy at home.
Yeah, but at the same time, I was also dressing up for doctor's appointments and stuff like that, like way too much, just because I got out to see people.
Comfy clothes is a rabbit hole that you don't want to fall into because it's so easy to end up with wearing soft pants forever.
Oh God.
I feel like I have become the queen of comfy in this time. So I have like, I decided, I will just wear a nice bra and throw a robe over it. Yeah, that's comfy and fancy. And of course, pajama pants, but that's non-negotiable. Please don't go over the keyboard.
Yeah, I feel like there's no going back to uncomfortable clothes. I mean, I wore for a meeting in Zoom, I wore high heels to be just as big as my husband so that we could sort of be next to each other in the same height standing. It was like an hour and I was like, how could I ever wear high heels?
I actually sometimes miss them, and I just like I went to the vet with the cats, and I was wearing 16-centimeter high heels just because I was like, I miss high heels.
Yes, I get it because the posture is far better. I mean, that was also one of my ideas, that I wouldn't be slouching in the meeting. I would sort of be very upright and straight. But yeah, I don't know. It was still very uncomfortable. At the moment, the song my husband always puts on in the evening is Billy Joel, For the Longest Time, and we're having the song stuck in our head every day, and it's sort of weird. It's like going back to these old songs at the moment, or Ennio Morricone and stuff like that. So it's really yes, very long ago, and even before our time. But now, like, sort of think, oh yes, there was good music before our time.
But do any of you play any instruments?
No.
I actually started playing the piano during the pandemic.
Oh, cool, super cool.
But yeah, I'm not very good at it yet. But it's really fun.
Well, could you play piano? Could you play piano before a little bit, or are you just starting from scratch?
Yeah, I started from scratch.
Wow.
Like my mom, I think I had like 2 months of keyboard lessons when I was like 10 or something, and I don't know what happened then, but
life.
Yeah, I also had keyboard lessons when I was younger, and like flute lessons.
Yeah.
But
Oh yeah,
I was
yeah.
like 7.
Yeah, I actually had to play like the stupid flute for like 3 or 4 years in school. But yeah, I kind of never count that as an instrument.
Yeah, I mean, when you get better, you probably could, but I never got better. It was just me fluting silly stuff.
I never got over the point where I knew which hand to have at the top because I really have a right-left problem. And I think the teacher gave me up very early on.
Wow. Yeah, I made the mistake to buy my kids a flute. So, yeah.
Remus is actually making music on the iPad at the moment, mixing like different tracks and sort of like in a loop machine. You can sort of mix stuff and he's playing with it all day and he's very happy making horrible music.
That sounds so cute.
Maybe they can get together. Like Felix actually announced to us yesterday that he wants to be a songwriter. Like a song maker, he said.
Okay, because he has to start writing.
yeah, he already does. He has like a song about unicorns.
Oh.
Yeah, I can send you that later. Like unicorns are magical, something like that. And they also float. It's a very short song, but it's cool.
Maybe he will write jingles someday for like advertising or radio stations. I don't know where you need jingles.
I never played any instrument, but I was in the choir for a while. And actually, like recently, I think maybe it's the pandemic that did it for me. I was thinking, maybe it would be cool to join a choir.
I have that idea every couple of years as well, and I'm too lazy to look for a choir. But
I'm also a little bit too lazy to look, and also I want to have something that is not like church related.
Yeah,
I don't know if that exists at all.
I think so. I have a friend who is in a choir.
Oh, cool. See,
maybe we can all join.
Really useful information here today.
I actually also was in a choir when I was in school. So maybe we should just do a choir.
Maybe.
Ooh, I like that.
I also really like this, like pentatonic. Are they called pentatonic?
Oh, they're cool.
Yeah.
Oh God.
Yes.
That's really cool. Like I always wanted to try something like that.
Singing in harmony and everything.
Yeah.
I would completely fail at that, but I love them.
Yeah, me too.
I can sing, but I don't have a feeling for when to start. Sort of, I always have the wrong moment of beginning, and I think that was the end of my singing ambitions because I just sort of realized I just can't get.
But that's true. You can sing. I remember that when we worked together. Sometimes you were singing like in the kitchen or something, but I can't sing at all. I can't hit any note, anything. It's just the worst. Maybe I can be.
You can do rhythm then, maybe.
Yeah, I wanted to say that too. Maybe the bass line or something.
Oh, awesome.
I don't know if they have something like this in those harmonies.
I feel like I was not bad at singing back then, but now I feel like I don't have any practice, that I'm out of breath like immediately if I try to sing. So this is why I want to go back into a choir, because there you're like not solo, you are singing with other people.
Yeah.
And it's great to practice again. So yeah, that will be maybe choir is the 2022 thing.
I mean, the concerts are starting, so probably we all will be a little bit more motivated about being more involved with music.
Maybe. What would be the first concert you would love to visit, no matter what?
I actually just thought about getting Billie Eilish tickets.
Is she...
I really don't feel like going to Berlin for a concert.
Is she selling tickets right now? Are there concerts in plan? Okay, I don't know.
But for next year. No, she actually, I just learned that she had her world tour planned. Like, and she actually like played 3 concerts and then the pandemic started. So, yeah. But yeah, she's just announced the tour.
Oh, that sounds nice. I really would love to see Taylor Swift. Some people might consider this also a guilty pleasure, but I started listening to her last year, and I just listened to it all year long. She dropped 2 albums out of nowhere, and I was just taking my walks every day and listening to Taylor Swift.
Wow.
Do you not only the new ones, or do you also listen to the old stuff? Because I haven't gotten into the new stuff yet, but
the new stuff is really, really good. I mostly listen to the new stuff, like the last. I mean, she has so many albums. I really speak of the last 4 or 5 albums she made. They are all so good.
Yes, I love the Red album, and the ones before that, and also the
1989. Yeah, I just
one. And the one after that, I felt was a bit weird. Mm-hmm. And then the Koki one I really liked, but I listened to that only once.
Yeah, but the 2 albums she made last year are really just completely different, and they just accompanied me the whole year, basically.
I'm just hoping now that there will be a German concert of Goa, the Ukrainian Eurovision band, because I want to go there.
Sorry to get back to this, but Irina, where did you listen to them? On Spotify?
On Spotify, yes, exactly.
Okay,
they are all on Spotify.
For a long time, she wasn't on Spotify, and then
everything
she just
is on Spotify. And the new stuff might take some time to get into it because it is a bit different and a bit more like alternative stuff, but I really like it.
No, I listened to this where she was in her house taking stuff on Disney Plus.
There's like Disney
the concert.
Thing,
I like that. I just sort of haven't gotten around to getting in, because I feel like you have to listen to music more than once to actually have an opinion on it. I just it didn't disturb me at all while listening to it. So I probably will like it.
And then you basically heard the whole album already, so.
This arm is giving me trouble.
Just remembered my strawberry top that I was wearing basically all the time. It was pink and had strawberries.
Oh, that's cute. Oh, we look all so cute on this.
Yeah, I really like this one as well.
Yeah.
It's a really nice illustration. Is there a way of skewing while transforming? Sort of like because I want to make myself smaller at the bottom and large at the top.
Maybe try holding control in one of
that was my go-to first, but I can sort of only make myself broader, but not like...
Then probably not.
But then I will just have to select the upper body.
No, now you have ruined my bear.
Oh no!
No, it's fine.
Sorry.
I can fix it.
Just draw the whole thing, and I will then do white on top of it, where I'm.
So I guess in this illustration, when you were 17-year-old, you all were also still drawing, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
But was it your career goal to have drawing as your main job?
Yes, it actually was. I wanted to become a comic book artist when I was 14 or something. So I just kept focusing on this. I didn't know how to make it real back then, or how to realize this dream, but it somehow worked out in some way. So I guess it was not that bad.
At this time, I was drawing manga books with a friend, so we were writing them together, and I was drawing.
You already were a superstar.
Yeah, I was it was the first wave of German-made manga books, so I was already working professionally. But on the other hand, I felt or maybe it was because my parents didn't really believe that it's an actual job. that I felt like I probably will have to do something else afterwards. So I thought I will be doing, I don't know, graphic design or something like that because it sounded like a real job. But I'm happy I'm doing what I do right now.
I think when I was 17, I still thought I would go do something, be a journalist or something. But yeah. Everything came differently. But I changed my career, my thoughts about the career, like every 5 minutes. So.
Yeah, me too. It's kind of weird.
For the longest time, I wanted to be a marine biologist because of Jacques Cousteau. And then I really failed at Latin. So.
I was super goalless. I never had like any real like wanting to be something. I didn't know what you could be with drawing. Like manga artist to me was like, oh my god, I don't think that this is something I could achieve, because that's what I was like sort of liking back then, lots of manga and stuff. But I just sort of kept drawing no matter what. It was like, I just want to do something with drawing. I don't care. And it sort of happened by sort of just pursuing drawing. I got good at it, and then I could also work in the field by just sort of by accident, because people said like, oh yes, you could do this, you could do that. I was like, oh, okay, sounds good. Oh, you can work in the game industry. I didn't know that. Okay, you do it in Hamburg. Way. And that's how I ended up in it.
Yeah, that's the same for me. You just start doing something in the field of like graphic design, or that has to do a little bit of drawing in it, and then you just over the time you realize, oh, there are animation movies you can work with, or oh, yeah, there are games you can work with, and then everything comes together over time.
Yeah.
But the main thing really is to just keep drawing all the time and sort of see as much as possible what you like in drawing and what you're, because if you don't draw a certain amount, you don't really know what you like, and because it takes a while to sort of get there. So yeah, just draw.
I also think maybe 17 is too early to have real career goals, because then I don't know, if you take it too seriously at that time, you ruin your fun way too early.
Yeah.
At some point, if you make something you love your career, there will be a time when you actually hate it, even if it's like not forever. But some experiences just tend to ruin things for you. So I think at this age, you should focus on just doing what you like and think about career stuff later, and not try to fit any mold that a specific career creates at that age yet.
I also didn't know a lot about the options. Like I have the feeling like I actually, it was after studying when I started my first job that I realized what options there are. Like suddenly I came across like all these jobs in the game industries that I thought like, wow, people get paid for that? Like, I can be this? So like I think my goals changed a lot, like after school and after studying. Like,
but I feel like
sometimes change today still.
Yeah.
So.
That's also because the internet back then wasn't the same internet we have today.
True.
There were a lot less like information and things to know about this whole drawing thing.
Oh, I second that.
But I also think like it created a sort of freedom, because right now you know what an industry portfolio has to look like, and I'm afraid that especially for young people, it can pressure them to to fit this mold way too early before they had time to actually explore. Maybe it's just my personal worry.
I think there's something to that, because it's the kids, the artists do. It feels like everybody is getting younger and younger in what they're doing, and I don't know if it's a problem or not. Probably not. I mean, somehow maybe it's also good to kind of know where you want to go to get really good at something. But it might come with a lot of pressure, which you might not be able to handle then. Or maybe you're still younger and can take it way better. And you're just doing stuff. So I feel like there's less overthinking when you're younger.
Yeah, but at the same time, I think it could have helped me to see more options of what I can actually do with what I love than just getting told that this is not what you can make money with, or something like this, like in university or in school or stuff like that.
Yeah, probably. I would have wasted less years of my life trying to make website designs for my
or typography, graphic design stuff. I thought I would have to do logos and things like that, and I'm really bad at logos. I don't know.
Yeah, and also I don't enjoy it. Like, there are people who love doing that. Like, leave that to them. Why did I torture myself to do this?
I guess part of the process is also to find out what you don't want to do. I think it's just not natural and healthy to try things and hate them and go somewhere else.
Yeah, I found out I'm not really good at animation. I mean, I can do it. I just don't like doing it. So I'm steering away clear from jobs like that. So and I mean, I studied it and I did it a lot, but I don't know, it wasn't really my thing. Too much work.
I only want to do animation for myself, like for my comic, yes, but it's way too much work to do it for somebody else.
Also comics. For me,
that's
comics
the same I feel about comics.
It's too much. If it's not for yourself, then you're like, ugh, I'm sort of weighing myself down with this project for far too long.
I think if I would really, like, my dream is to work with somebody where I really love the story, because writing your own story is also so much work, and in the perfect world, I would meet somebody who has a story that I absolutely love and want to draw. It didn't happen yet, but please write me if you have a great story, and I might like it.
You'll be flooded with stories now.
I don't
because
mind.
The thing is,
just be okay with me saying no, because it has to fit perfectly for me.
But I feel like it's such a trust thing. You have to kind of, because I mean, even if somebody approaches you with a story, it's really hard to tell. I mean, first off, you don't want to read hundreds of stories before finding the one. I don't know. I think it's really hard to get there. And maybe if it's a friend, then is this friend going to be able to take criticism, or be able to, can you work with this person? So it's such a balance to what you have to find.
I think it has to be actually more of a personal thing, that you can work with this person. Then probably it's more important than the story in the end.
I mean, there's like people who I trust to do good stories, like from the industry where we work together. Like we both worked with Matthias Kempke, and I think he's cool at stories. So if he were to say, okay, I want to do a comic or something, I would say, oh, well, I think that is something for like the first trust would already be a good. I don't know if I would sort of then go on and say, okay, we'll work on 200 pages together, because that's, again, another next answer. But I know that there's like I would probably like the story.
Yeah, and maybe you would do a pitch for it, or like to apply at some publisher or something.
Yeah. I have been approached for a comic of like 200 pages, and I'm still sort of, I can't say what it is for, but I kind of feel like 200 pages is too much, even though I do like the
really
story. Like, I don't know if I want to do this.
A lot of pages.
I mean, it's also hard to make this financially work for the client as well as for yourself.
Because you feel kind of bad for the client for the money you should charge because it's so much work.
Yeah, and it would probably, you either have to draw really, really fast, or you just have to be all right and like really love the story and want to work on it and just make it your own, and then it might be okay to charge less money as you would otherwise.
Yeah, that's complicated. That's why it didn't happen yet, that perfect match. And I mean, I have my own stories that I want to tell. I just realized that it takes time to draw them, but it also takes time to just write the stories.
Writing
It's even less time that you have.
How do you do it for yourself? Do you write down the whole, do you sort of write everything before starting to draw? Or?
I have like the first chapter written, but I think I'm going to rewrite it because I took too long drawing it and I don't like everything about it anymore. But I'm thinking a lot about how the story will continue, but actually I don't write, like I don't have like a massive plan for it because I don't know if it will ever get this far. So I'm just writing down ideas, what might happen in the future, but like the more concrete dialogue I will write when we get there. But I think with the experience I got from storyboarding is that I can now more quickly like make sketches and write at the same time, which helps a lot. That I can think a little bit like a movie, what happens at the time, and I don't have this separation between dialogue and drawing.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like we didn't draw many Dancing Queen things into this. What do we do?
Yeah, we just kept. I mean, it always depends. Do we do color and a full illustration, or is it more just scribbling?
We can still add them afterwards, at least a few.
Yes, and that was something. We are now hitting the 1 hour mark, so I know there will be plenty of time to finalize the image afterwards. And for our viewers, please keep your eyes on our social media, as well as Olga, Jenny, Simone, and Irina for further updates and to see the final version of the image. But for this stream, would you like to keep going for another like 10-15 minutes, or we can shortly wrap up?
I wouldn't mind another 10 minutes or so.
Yeah, let's do this.
Alrighty.
I will finally draw the tambourine scene. But maybe we don't have a lot of space around us, actually. Maybe we have to scale it a little bit down.
Person in the background behind you and Jenny.
Yeah, on the top, maybe.
Yeah,
or we could push us completely down.
Yeah, that's also possible.
I don't know. Can you select more than one layer at once?
I'm trying right now. I don't think so.
I think that's not possible, to be honest.
Oh God.
No, let's keep us where we are because
yeah,
too many layers. We can add something on the bottom as well. What else is there in the song?
Friday night and the lights are low. Looking for a place to go, where we find the right music, where we hit the scene. Oh, we are looking for a king, something like that.
Yeah, obviously.
And anybody could be that guy. So we could draw guys.
Just a very confused person looking for any guy.
No, wrong layer. How long has this been going on? Oh, not long. Okay.
I don't know what a tambourine looks like. I mean, I know it, but I can't draw it. What is tambourine?
I think they've got like these bells.
Yeah, they have.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
So Jenny, did you have like a two-tone hair color?
Yes.
That's so cool.
It's also a trend right now again. I think so. I have
it's
seen
also
several.
Harley Quinn right now.
Yeah.
Yeah, it would be really funny because like the black would always stay, but the red would wash out really fast. So it would always be red, pink, and then just like a weirdish blondish yellow color.
Yeah, that was also the problem with the fancy colors.
Yeah, I
Yeah,
just found the perfect fix for that because I just like in the pandemic I put violet in my hair and it just like became this blue now. I have it underneath. And it's just like still pretty kind of. This is like 4 months.
Yeah.
It looks great.
Violet is a good color to wash out.
Yeah, all the
I had
colors in
that
between
too.
looked great. Like it's the perfect hack. I wish I would have known that back then. But yeah, I also like the pink.
I was always dyeing my hair like bright magenta pink at that time, but it would wash out really fast. So I mostly had this peach kind of color because of the really yellow bleached blonde and the remaining magenta, and that's basically the color you see in this image. Was the pink leftovers.
It's all part of the style.
You're also colorful. I think I wasn't that colorful back then. I was more. I'm not that colorful today either. I remember being all beige. Good Lord. I think I have to give myself a skin tone, otherwise I'll just look weird.
No, but if you give yourself a skin tone, we all have to do.
Yeah, okay.
I kind of want to do that as well, though. I tried it before for a second, and it just didn't turn out. I was like, yeah, no one else is doing it, so that's just not.
Okay, you can do that. I will add mine later. And I was always so pale anyway, so it can stay white. I'm drawing a king who is wondering that nobody is looking for him. We're just having too much fun. We don't care.
Hard being a king.
I love that king. He really looks confused. Ooh, are you doing Elvis now?
No, I don't know. I was just.
Just because he's the king.
Oh, maybe. But I didn't think about Elvis. It
just was like the black hair. I like Elvis. I feel like it's also very nice that you don't have the tyranny of having to like only one music style and being this kind of person defined by the music you listen to. Just you can listen to anything you like, and like not have like in teenage years that, oh no, you can't listen to this. I mean, it's not that it was terribly so, but I think you were much more self-conscious of whether or not what you're listening to is cool.
Yeah. It's the same with fashion, right? So back then I was only allowed to wear this kind of fashion, otherwise it would not be me. Now I'm allowed to listen to the music I like and wear whatever I like. Like I'm allowing it to myself.
A bit later than my...
Sorry. What is one thing that you thought you would never listen to or wear or do, but now it's something that you actually quite enjoy?
So I think
jeans
for me it was floral patterns in terms of wearing. Like at some point I realized I really want to wear a dress with flowers, but it's not goth. I am not allowed. And now I have like 50 floral dresses, and I'm happy about that.
I think for me, mum jeans were really like the worst at the beginning, and then now I actually think they're quite cool. And I don't really have that many, but also this just sort of having them up to the hip and sort of cover the belly is so nice.
Yeah.
Yeah, and music-wise, it's not that I ever thought I wouldn't like something at all. It's always been for me like mixing hip-hop, pop, rock, metal, classic stuff. I mean, I don't know. I would really hate it if one had to limit oneself.
I never thought I would get rid of my lip piercing like I did a few years ago. And I just put it out of nowhere because I just thought it wouldn't fit me anymore.
It was the same with me. I had one here, and it was at some evening. It was just like, I think it was at the Trojan Horse convention even, and I was just, I don't know, talking to people, and at some point I thought, I could take it out, and then I don't felt like putting it in anymore. So. And also, it was not like a massive personality change like I would have expected it in my younger years. That if I take it out, I would probably be a completely different person. But no, it was just like, I don't feel like it anymore. I don't have to wear it anymore.
I feel like I can't take it out because my face looks rounder without it. I don't know. It's an odd. I don't know, it sort of gives something to hang on to in the face. And I don't know, it's just sort of, there's just a interruption where I want one. So it's not a style thing or anything. It just looks odd without it. I don't know.
You don't have to feel pressure to...
I know, I'm actually going to be a granny with a piercing, I think.
It would be cute.
Yeah. Well, there's not that many grannies.
I think for me, coming back to the things I didn't think I was wearing, definitely in that realm would be a doodle. Because later I moved to Munich when I was studying, and then I bought a very, very beautiful doodle. So yeah, I'm pretty sure that my 17-year-old didn't think that I would ever wear one.
I still want to wear one, but I don't know. I don't live in Munich, and I don't have any... I think people in Hamburg would look really weird at me.
I wore one on Wandsbeker Wiesen, so...
There is something called Wandsbeker Wiesen?
There is something called Wandsbeker Wiesen. Of course,
yeah,
there is.
There's a little kirmes, like there's the roundabout, and there's food stuff.
And a tent and alcohol.
Never saw
really bad music.
Yeah.
And Wandsbekmarkt.
It's as everywhere, just shortly after the real Oktoberfest.
Okay.
Those things that happened before 2020.
Can't say I missed that a lot.
I miss being drunk with nice people, but I don't miss like big events where there is like a crowd of people, especially people that I don't know. Like a crowd of cool people, yes. A crowd of weird people, please no.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think I'm done. I think I won't be able to make it any better at the moment.
I will just finish the king here.
Yeah, we will rework it afterwards a little bit.
Of course. And now I think this is a great segue to a question from our audience from Dapo K. What tablets are you working on?
Ah,
I love this question. Please
It's your
do
favorite
tell.
question.
working on my Mobile Studio Pro right now.
I'm working on a Cintiq 16-inch right now.
Me too.
Me too.
Yeah. That's what we have.
But now you see the Mobile Studio Pro stand falls off when I lift it. Please make it better. Wacom.
It's a user issue.
Ah, no,
I'm thinking about upgrading to a Cintiq 16 Pro.
That's a magnificent device. I love that.
Yeah.
I love that
Me
device.
too.
But yeah,
I'm thinking about
to
getting
answer
the bigger Mobile Studio at some point because the Mobile
Bigger
Studio
in
just
size?
made me a couch person. So now I'm like, my office is my couch or sometimes my bed. So I can't work at a desk anymore for some reason. And now I feel like, okay, I can maybe invest in the bigger model because it has a better graphics card, right? So I feel like it would help with my Photoshop and After Effects stuff.
Oh, definitely. The 16-inch Mobile Studio Pro is a really powerful beast.
I mean, for most of the stuff I do, this one is already enough, but sometimes I export animation in After Effects and so on, and then I would like to have a powerful beast for that.
This looks super cool. What was your first digital tablet? Another question from BlackRock Angel. I love the
Graphire.
names.
Yeah, Graphire 4.
For me, it was like also Graphire, some version. I don't know.
It's just
which number.
Yeah, I'm not sure which one it was.
The one
think
that
I-
was
It's just
like
really
when the
tiny one.
drawing thing was actually like postcard size. Like
Yes,
Yeah.
A6.
Yeah. I think
But
for
before
me,
that, I drew with a mouse and I drew whole illustration with that. And I was like, oh, okay, this works, but maybe there is a better way.
I was coloring with a mouse. But that was also when I was 17 around, when I got my first graphics tablet. It was back then when I bought the Graphire 4, I think.
my first one was an Intuos 3, I think.
Yeah, I had an Intuos afterwards. And I think the Intuos series still exists. The Graphire series does not exist anymore, I think.
No, unfortunately not.
Yeah.
It's an iconic product line, but it got, we might say maybe the existing Intuos line, not the Intuos Pro, but the Intuos line is living up the legacy of entry-level tablets, but Graphire is definitely an iconic one.
do you have like a museum or something where you have all the tablets?
A Wacom museum, that would be great.
Yeah.
I would go there.
I can donate my 12WX
Yeah.
that I just recently disconnected and now it's lying around at my place.
In our Japan headquarters, we have like all the products ever
Wow.
that we created. It's an impressive
Artists would
lineup.
actually look at it. And if they could just go through and try it.
Also, especially if it's like an interactive museum where you can draw on each and every one of them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, that would be
And
cool.
you see the pen pressure increase with every new product line.
Oh, here is an idea. Let's talk about this offline.
Okay, I think I'm done with this one right now, and I will have to like finish it up a little bit later.
Yeah.
It looks great and really like has the powerful emotion vibe of the song Dancing Queen.
Yeah, probably.
I love it.
I love that we're all so different in styles. Everybody has picked a different era, and we weren't like on the same 17 look. Because it could have happened. I mean, it could have been that some of us are similar, but we didn't know that we were all that different.
But we would have looked great together if we had known each other back then.
Yes, being such a cool gang.
Yeah. I'm trying to imagine it now. It sounds so fun if we knew each other back then.
Yeah.
That looks great. Okay, then shall we move into the closing part of our stream?
Yes,
Yeah, I think so.
do it. I'm hungry.
And the sun is shining.
Yes, a couple more hours of sun. Let us all enjoy that. Okie dokie. So
I actually love about this time of the year that it's getting dark so late, so there are more hours of sunlight you can enjoy.
Oh yeah.
The best thing about May.
It can be also quite tricky though. Like you kind of keep an eye on the outside and you think that, oh, it's still light outside. I still have time of the day. And then suddenly you realize it's 10:30.
Yeah, that's why the last days I always have been in bed at like 3 a.m. and I hate that. I'm so tired. So I need to get better at that. That's also, it's the weather's fault.
When I moved to Hamburg from Munich, this confused me so much.
And also you can kind of understand by looking at people and how they dressed, you can understand at what time they left home. You know. Alrighty, let's wrap up. As we have mentioned, the final version of this image will be available on our social media accounts, on mainly Wacom social media accounts in the next following some number of days, an uncertain number of days. And of course, I'm gonna talk about some of our deals, existing running promotions, the branded advertorial part. So let me switch to that slide. Yes, we are currently running a refurbished products deal on our e-store in UK and Europe. Please go check out your local e-store for the local prices, but this is, as you see, the European prices. The promotion is running until May 31st, so you have slightly longer than 24 hours. Hurry up, we have up to 29% discount on our refurbished products. We have Intuos Pro and Cintiq 16s available for you. So this is a great opportunity to upgrade your existing setup in a very affordable way. And don't worry, we are back. Oops, there was a little connection issue, but now we are back. Yes, that was not the worst timing. Thank you for watching. Thank you for being with us for this whole slightly longer than an hour. We had so much fun, and thank you, Olga and Jenny and Simone and Irina. Once again, it was super fun to be with you and enjoy your conversation, your chat, and experience your drawing. Super fun day, super fun Sunday. Yeah, thank you all. And don't forget to follow us on social at Wacom everywhere. And don't forget to follow our artists on social, on Instagram at Sunday Sketching Collective. And then you can also individually find and follow them. Maybe you can remind your personal Instagram handles so that our audience can follow you.
Now it looks like you're the king, Irina.
Maybe I am secretly.
Why not?
Maybe both.
Thank you so much. It
Yes,
was
thank you
fun.
all.
Thank you.
Thank
Yes,
you.
Thank you for having us.
Enjoy the rest of your
Bye.
Sundays. Have a
Bye.
nice day. Bye-bye.
Bye.
Bye.